All right, good afternoon or good morning whenever you're watching this. Just wanted to make a real quick video about your research paper to give you some guidelines. Now, before we actually get to the prompt, a couple things real quick. Here's a video about footnotes. Here is the writing checklist. Just make sure you follow the writing checklist, especially in terms of spacing, the formatting of the paper, footnotes, things like that. Now, you will actually turn in your research paper here. You'll click the research topic, and that's where you're actually going to turn it in. There will be a space, turn it in. Now, when you turn in your research topic, make sure you include a book and also a Hollywood movie. If we can't find a Hollywood movie, then we'll find a documentary. With your topic that has to be approved by me. Now, you'll have to have 3 other sources besides those, but that's kind of what gets you started. Then you'll also turn in your rough draft right here, and you end up turning in your final paper right here. So just real quick, let's look at the research prompt. Takes a second for it to download. All right, I prefer the single view. A couple things. It says students will write a 10 to 12 page research paper over 3 different perspectives on a particular historical event. Now, this could be a person, a country, a war. It could be just about anything. You have a whole lot of choice. It just has to be during the content period of your course. Okay, that is the most important thing now. The goal here is for you to pick something you like. Now, as this says in the very first sentence, that you are going to be analyzing 3 different perspectives. Now, what these 3 different perspectives are, the book that you're going to turn in for approval, and the movie you're going to turn in for approval, that's second, and then your other 3 sources that you're going to use, that you pick, as long as they're not Wikipedia or anything of that nature. You can use Questia, which I would highly recommend. See the MindTap video if you don't know what Questia is. And you are going to use those other 3 sources to judge the book and the movie. Now, one of the things that we have to understand first off, every documentary, every book, every movie, they have a thesis, and they are only going to use the information that meets their thesis. In other words, this idea in our modern day society that we want information without an opinion. Well, it's almost virtually impossible for that to happen. Everything is written with a slant. You watch the History Channel, the videos, the programming they have, the documentaries they have. For the most part, it's based on someone who has written a book, and they have pitched their thesis, and they have created a show around their thesis, and they're arguing their thesis. So, in some respects, it is opinion based. So, you have these 3 groups of sources. The 3 additional sources you use, the movie and the book. Now, you are going to analyze these. And as you see right here, you're going to follow the writing checklist, which you have. You are also going to follow the due dates on the syllabus. Of course, you've already got that. And then again, if I don't approve your book or your movie, then you will know, because I will put a 0 in the grade book. Now, after we get your book and movie adjusted, then the grade will be changed from a 0 to an automatic 25 points, unless your topic was late. Now, your paper is going to follow this format. Now, some people like to actually put in the headings, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. Some like to write it all together. Either way is perfectly fine. You're going to start off by giving an introduction to the topic, the book, and the movie, an overview of why you picked the topic and the sources you had. Now, that's for the most part going to be kind of brief. And then where we get to number 3 is where we get a little more detailed. What's the perspective of the book? Be specific, details. In other words, you can't say Well, here, I'll use this example with the movie. Number 4, what was the movie's perspective? It's like if someone were to ask you, you know, why do you like your favorite movie? Well, you're going to give them specific examples of why you like that. That's exactly what we're looking for here, except we're doing an analysis for history. Then number 5, you're going to look at, was the movie accurate? Were there stereotypes? Did it exclude anyone who was supposed to be there? Use specific examples and your general opinions on the movie. And then number 6 is probably the overall biggest section. This is where you are going to use the research you had to argue for or against the stuff that was in the book and the movie. Okay? So you are going, this is the big section. And then number 7, your final thoughts on the entire research and your conclusions. Again, this is meant to be an analysis. You are judging what someone else wrote using something else. You again have to have 3 sources besides the book and the movie. It has to be 8 to 12 pages long. You do have to use footnotes, and since you're using footnotes in Chicago style, you do not have to have a works cited page. If you do include a works cited page, it is not included in the page requirements. You also do not need a title page because it will be turned in on Blackboard. Now, again, pick a topic you like. For example, since this is a 101 class, if you like ancient Rome, pick something about ancient Rome. Pick something about ancient Egypt if you like it. If this is a 102 class, then pick some, if you're really interested, pick Hitler. Maybe pick Napoleon. There are so many different things that you can pick. Popular topics in the past have been witchcraft, Greek gods, Napoleon, Adolf Hitler, the Holocaust. The key is it has to be from the content period of your course, which it will actually state that right back here. Let me go back to this screen. Forgive me for that. But right here on your research paper it says your topic must come from the content area of your course. In this case, the world before 1700 for this particular class. If your class says something different, then that's fine. If you have any questions, please just make sure you email me or post something in the discussion board. I'll get back with you just as soon as possible. Good luck. Not only on this assignment, but with everything else you do this semester.